Peace. Welcome back to Prison Terms and Sexual Behaviors Explained. It is O.G.B.O. Let's get to it. A sister who follows me on YouTube requested that I do a video on converting to Islam. Sister, it took me a couple of months, but I gave you my word and I'm going to honor my word. Might take me a minute, but I get to it. But listen, I'm going to do you a solid. I'm going to give you a 2-for-1. How I converted to Islam, or why I converted to Islam while I was incarcerated, and why so many black people or people of color convert to Islam while incarcerated. Let's get into it. All right, I'm in St. Briar's, right? It's a youth offenders program. It's within the penitentiary, but the building that you're housed in, you shower in, is off from population. But other than that, you with population. It's for first time offenders. At the time I qualified, there was another charge, but it was real iffy because the people wasn't coming to court. So my lawyer was able to get me at least in the programs. Fingers crossed, I get the program, do no more than 5 years. I didn't get the program, but so what? Anyway, I'm there, and I got my Bible because I'm Christian, going to penitentiary, and whenever I got locked up, I reached for my Bible. I get holy. Sound familiar? I have this idea that I could pray myself out of bad situations, such as being incarcerated. I'm going to deviate for 1 second. When I was selling crack, every night I would do the Lord's Prayer, and I would end with, God, if you help me get rid of this last pack, this last one, I'm done with it. And I would re-up and start over again. But I had this idea that I could be as God. Under the idea that is you could sin as long as you ask forgiveness. Sound familiar? What you did Saturday, you go to church Sunday, and I'm just joking with y'all, but that's serious though. Anyway, I'm going to Bible study with this brother named Wyatt, and I'm going through the motions. I might have got baptized again or something like that. I'm really trying to pray myself up out of these charges, right? All right, so a guy that I took a gun charge for a few years earlier. He was on the run for a murder charge, and I took the gun charge, right? He felt the way about me shooting a guy, right? And so when I got there, he was already there. He was already part of the pack. I wasn't, and they set me up to get double banked. While I'm being banked, before I get banked, I'm walking with the brother, my Christian brother, right? And they double bank me. I come back to the pod. I look myself over, see where they ain't even leave a scratch. I got my get back too. Look me up on YouTube, O.G.B.O, Omega Man Codes. Find that story. I got them back. Believe that. Um, believe that. But anyway, the Christian brother, he come to me. He said, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm good. But why didn't you help me? I'm really feeling away, right? You say you my Christian brother, you got love for me and everything. We break bread, we read the Bible together. Why didn't you help me?" God is my witness. He looked at me and didn't bat an eye. This cat said, I'm a Christian, and we turned out the cheek. I divorced Christianity at that moment. I said to myself, if I can't defend myself, I don't want no parts of it. If a mouse, the most timid mammal in existence, every time you see the mouse, he in flight, because almost everything is a natural enemy to a mouse. You back a mouse into a corner, and that mouse is gonna fight you to get out that corner. That tells you something. Anybody tell you supposed to let somebody hit you or hurt you, and you don't give them the business. Get away from that idea in that person. Anyway, there was this brother. there at the same time, not doing the double bank incident, but he in the program too, named Mo out of DC. Mo had a natural glow about him. You know what I'm saying? When he came into a room, you felt his presence. It's hard to explain, right? But he stood out, and he ain't run with the pack, but he didn't have to run with a pack, right? I mean, that's just how he presented himself. It was in his aura. You know what I mean? As a man, and other men could bear me witness, you can look at different men and know who to try and who not to try. And Mo is one of those guys you can look at and see he's not to be tried. But he also on man codes. You know what I'm saying? He went out his way to be respectful. He wasn't a disrespectful type person. And usually young cats listening to this, that guy that's showing you respect, that older cat that's showing you respect, or that younger cat, don't cross him. You know, when you see a person go out their way to be respectful, they're doing that for your benefit. Believe that. Um, so anyway, on I think the afternoon of my 18th birthday, after observing Mo for a little while, I approached him and asked him if I could ask him a question. He said, "Sure, grab a seat." I sit down across from him, and the first question out of my mouth, not how do you get this glow, this natural strength, your aura, where this energy coming from? The first question out of my mouth, now I just want you to think about the psychology here, was, why do y'all hate white people? Here, I don't have a white friend nowhere in the world, but why do y'all hate white people? He kind of looked at me and kind of grinned like I'm doing now. And he went in for like 30 seconds. He said, "Here go people who take you from your home, take you from your culture, your God, change your language, castrate you, rape your women, molest your children, sick dogs on you, hang you from trees, set you on fire." He went like that for like 30 seconds, then looked at me and said, "What have they done to make you love them?" Boom! Listen, I knew, hearing that, the way he said it, sign me up. I've always been able to accept truth, no matter who it comes from. I've always had that ability. If you can articulate something and it makes sense, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to wrestle with you, right? Now, that's how I came into Islam. I was introduced through the 5% community. Later, I found out, because I want to make this plain, it's not about hating white people. That's a misconception. It's about loving black people. The media paints a picture that it's about hate when it's actually about love. But it's different from the love that we're taught to have, where we love our enemies. No, we don't teach that. We don't love our enemies. We love our brothers, right? We love our sisters. We get away from our enemy. We don't beg. We ain't marching. We ain't asking for justice. We just ask you to leave us alone so we can get to our business of building our own people up, pooling our resources, and building as a people, right? So that's how I to came into the fold of Islam. Listen, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Remember, support your brother. Share the videos. Look me up on YouTube, O.G.B.O, Omega Man Codes. Drop a comment, like, dislike, converse with me. Donate, Cash App, $, $RenardoRashid, Renardo, Rashid. I catch you on the next one. Peace.